Mum suggested that we should make a list of the things we wanted to take to Turkey. Make a note of any special clothes and other items you might want, she said, and don't forget your swimming costumes. Nicholas, you can help the twins. Well, I did help the twins with their lists, and this is what I wrote down for them. Teddy bear, for Cheese, and big polar bear, for Tomato, it's even bigger than her. Lego collection, about 8 crates of Lego. Tricycle, 1 each. Trampoline, tunnel, it's one of those crawl-through things. Plastic slide, for the end of the tunnel. Scissors, crayons, glue, sprinkly stuff, and those things that go bang in crackers. Schumacher, he's our tortoise. Captain Beaky and all our hens. Rubbish, our goat. Superman costume, for Tomato. Tyrannosaurus Rex costume, for Cheese. 600 bars of chocolate, for Cheese. Clear plastic box with lid, to put a dolphin in to bring back home, for both of them. I showed it to Mum. She gave it straight back to me. Fine. Now go and do a proper one. It's bad enough to have one numbnut in the family. Please don't encourage the twins. Both the twins burst into tears. Pooh! Shouted Tomato. Horrible mummy! Pooh, 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 pooh! Yelled Cheese. Sorry, that's Cheese's favourite word. He is only 3. You only have a small case, Mum explained patiently. You can't take big things, and you certainly can't take animals. That's pooh, said Cheese, pouting his lower lip. Tomato sniffed. But they'll die. Nobody will feed them. We shall come home and find deaded chickens and a deaded tortoise and a deaded rubbish and a deaded everything. She sniffed even more noisily. Nothing is going to die while we are away, said Mum. Granny and Lancelot are going to come and live in our house while we're on holiday. They will look after all the animals. Tomato stared at Mum for a moment. She wasn't going to give up, and she shook her head. Granny will be deaded, and Lancelot will be deaded, and his motorbike will be deaded. Stop being silly. Of course they won't. They'll be fine. Granny and Lancelot will feed the animals. Mum bent down and wiped the tears from their cheeks. Now, will it help if I give each of you one of those really gigantically enormous strawberries from the fridge? Will that make things better? The strawberries did, and the twins quickly forgot all about Granny and her husband, so that was all right, and they went off to pack their suitcases. Fortunately, Dad went to check their bags before we actually left for the airport. He stared, astonished at the open cases. The clothes were heaped in piles, and they were moving around as if they were alive. What on earth? Muttered Dad, gingerly taking hold of the corner of a wriggling jumper. He whipped it away. Ah! He leapt back as a hen poked up its head and snapped at his hand. Didn't your mother say no animals on the plane? What else have you got in there? More hens? Bouncing bananas you have, all of them. And what's that under your swimming costume? Schumacher! You can't take hens and tortoises on aeroplanes. Now help me get them back outside. They'll be lonely, muttered Tomato. No, they won't. Granny and Lancelot will read them bedtime stories every night. Take them back outside. At last, we seemed to have everything sorted and we actually managed to set off for the airport. Exciting. Next stop, Turkey. Except we almost never got there at all because we almost missed the plane because there was a bit of a problem at the airport. Everything was fine until we got there. But then Dad's paddleboard went berserk. It really did seem to have a life of its own. It was okay at first because Dad stood it upright while we waited in the queue to check in for our flight. At last, we got to the desk, where a young woman with very red lipstick, a big smile and what looked like far too many teeth was waiting. Can I see your passports, please, and your booking? Dad turned to Mum. You've got them, haven't you? I gave them to you, said Mum. Remember, you said you wanted to keep them.